for you. It's more to us. It's personal.
I am really excited to welcome our next guest to the show because I think this is such a great idea. Perhaps you yourself have been a beneficiary of their services over the last 15 years or so. But I'm talking with Pat and Jana McKenna. They have executive limousine and shuttle service. Like I said, 15 years of serving the area. Good to see you both.
Good to be here. Thanks.
So the more we talk, the more I get really excited about what you do have to offer people, because you bring some fun to special events, yes, but you're also there, Jana, for the day-to-day of life for people who might have a need for transportation.
Absolutely. We, can reach a weekend. Sorry.
Okay.
We can take seniors to the grocery store. We can take people to airport runs if they need to get picked up from the airport, whether it's the Chattanooga airport or even Nashville, Atlanta, Knoxville. We drive to all of those airports and just have a lot of ways that we can come alongside people.
Sometimes it is, Pat, for just some specific events, a prom, a wedding, something that is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So you offer a lot of different choices of vehicles as well, the transport.
Yeah, we currently have 9 vehicles in our fleet. We have sedans, so if you're just needing like a senior adult or something like that, one person going to the airport, we can transport that. We have SUVs, luxury SUVs. So for corporate work, for airport work, if you got a few more people going, designated driving. And then we've got our epic party coach. Some people like that.
An epic party coach.
Epic party coach.
Okay, you have
and
to
there's
tell
a
me about
story
that
behind
one.
that. Yeah. The reason it's called an epic party coach and a party coach and not a party bus is because we do not have a pole in there for that most party buses have, because it's a more family friendly party bus. If
Good.
That makes sense.
It does. I'm following you.
And then we have stretch limousines, and we also have Sprinter transit vans, so we can move big groups of people if we need to just move people.
I think, Jana, you were kind of saying though that sometimes people can think of the idea of a limousine service and they think, oh, I couldn't possibly afford that. You don't want them to think that way.
No, absolutely. Because we have such a wide variety of vehicles, we have vehicles to meet everyone's needs. Whether that is that wow vehicle for a special event like a prom or a wedding or a quinceanera, or whether that's, taking a group of girlfriends to Atlanta to go shopping. We could provide the transportation in the transit van or the party shuttle or party bus to take them down there. They don't have to worry about parking. They wouldn't have to worry about their packages. Our driver would be on site picking them up and taking them to wherever shopping areas they wanted to go to.
Something else that's really important that I want you to further stress is that y'all are DOT certified. So brag on that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we go through all the DOT certification. All of our vehicles are inspected annually. We're not required by the DOT to inspect our smaller vehicles, but we do. So when you're riding a vehicle, you know that it's been checked out every year to make sure that it's safe. We also carry proper insurance. There are some folks, most of the legitimate businesses in town in this industry carry the proper insurance, but some don't. If you got a guy who went out and bought an SUV and he's not carrying commercial insurance on it, so always ask. If you're booking with anybody, you should always ask, and they should be willing to share their insurance with you and their DOT certification and stuff like that.
Sometimes you're enjoying it just for fun, like your epic party shuttle.
Epic party coach.
Sorry, I was using the wrong word. But you mentioned the airport. If that's a situation, you've got to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you know all the back roads pretty well.
We do, and all of our drivers, we're using all the latest apps and stuff so that we're avoiding traffic and things that we can't see.
Talk about your drivers. That's also going to be really important, that safety on the road, for them and for the passengers.
Yeah, our drivers are trained. They're go through DOT training. We do that with them. They're familiar with the vehicles. They're familiar with the area. We check their driving record. They have a good driving record. And our drivers are courteous, friendly. They come dressed professionally, either in a suit or like my wife and I in a vest. They're going to come professionally dressed.
That means a lot.
Get there early.
Yeah. So in terms of booking you, I was really interested on the idea of kind of the everyday part of it that you can provide. I have a mother who's in her 90s and she really doesn't need to be driving as much anymore, so she limits herself, which means her life gets limited. So even if this is a situation where you need someone to help them get to the doctor, Y'all can do that?
Yeah, we sure can do
Absolutely.
that. Matter of fact, we do that all the time. Pick up people and take them to doctor's appointments, pick them up. They might not even be going to the doctor. Maybe they just need to run some errands. We can pick them up.
And so you become friends with them over time?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
So if it's a special event where the day is critical, book you early? Do y'all stay kind of booked out?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're doing weddings and proms, you know, our Hummer limousine, I think you can see it in the background there. Prom season, people really want that Hummer, and, you know, I've only got one of them. So they will call and they'll be like, I want the Hummer, and they're calling 2 and 3 weeks before their prom, and it and most of my vehicles are booked. Weddings, you know, we start booking about 6 to 8 months out.
Okay.
People tend to think of transportation at the very end, but it's a pretty important part of the day, and sometimes if they're calling late, we just don't have those vehicles available.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they want to see more pictures of the particular vehicle too, like the Hummer, they can always go to newgolimo.com, click on any of those vehicles, and it'll show them detailed pictures on the inside, and it'll tell them how many passengers each vehicle holds as well.
Well, I'm still amazed that y'all would want to offer this to people given how horrible traffic can be around the Chattanooga area, but we're grateful to you for doing it. 15 years, they are DOT certified, as they mentioned. newgolimo.com is the easiest way for you to learn more, or give them a call, 706-937-5466.
The St. Jude Dream Home is nearing completion. That means it's time to get your ticket. If you reserve your ticket before May 31st, you'll also get a chance